Hi, welcome to my Donald Trump January 2020 Psychic Tarot reading. If you would be interested in a personal reading from me, check out my website, Lamarr Townsend Tarot.com. You can also call me or text me at 703-791-9162. And I am available. If I don't answer right away when you call, I will answer in a text. So text me and I will answer back as soon as possible. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share with your friends and family, keep in touch with me on my social media, Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Instagram and Facebook, and make sure you also hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notification every time I go live and upload a brand new video. Make sure you also hit the all notifications option as well, so you get all notifications when I upload a new video or go live. Thank you for listening and watching, and let's get into the reading. So let's get started by saging the space and saging the cards. Getting some positive energy flowing. Alright. Thank you for protecting this space. Thank you for keeping this space, this energy, my thoughts, my mind, my emotions safe. Protecting the energy, thoughts, minds, and emotions of those watching this video. Thank you for cleansing and cleaning the energy of this deck from your past reading. In Jesus' name I pray and thank you. Amen, amen, and amen. So we're just going to keep this here, actually. And let it burn like that. It's okay, the bamboo will be fine. So, Jesus. Okay, let's just do that. So what's in store for Donald Trump in January 2020. After he's attacked Iran. By the way, definitely check out my World War III Psychic Tarot reading and my 2020 New Year Prediction Psychic Tarot reading as well, which are all on my YouTube channel. Just type in Lamarr Townsend World War III and Lamarr Townsend 2020 Psychic Predictions. What's in store for Donald Trump in 2020? He's definitely confused as to what his next direction is or what his next decision should be in terms of war, in terms of this Iranian situation. I actually feel like he's having second thoughts about that. Like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe that wasn't the best timing. So I think he's having second thoughts about that. But it's like he's it's like one of those things where it's like, well, you already did it, so you better figure out something to do next, or you better figure out how to fix it. It's like that kind of thing. But I don't see him necessarily fixing it, because there's something where Trump, it's like he's kind of putting on a front, I want to say. It's like, the best way I can describe it, it's like someone who someone who they know has done wrong, or someone who they know no one likes them, so they do something to exert their power over other people, or they do something to change people's perception of them, and it backfires on them, and it's like, well, okay, we have to keep going with this narrative that, I have power over them, or I am not the person they think I am. But it's just making things worse. This is literally what I'm feeling for Donald Trump. But okay, let's see. What's in store for Donald Trump in 2020? I hope the camera does not cut off while I am doing this reading. I think it needs to be charged, so I'm going to have to get up and check it periodically just to make sure it's not cut off in the middle of me reading. Alright. Donald Trump for January 2020. What's in store for Donald Trump in January 2020? I feel like there's going to be, like, trying to recruit people for the army. I feel like there's actually going to be propaganda. I'm seeing something about marketing. So I don't know if they're going to start marketing for the army, marketing for people to join the army. But I feel like Trump is going to go on some sort of marketing campaign about the army, about joining the army, about the American troops, and we need to be behind them. And there may even be talks of a fundraiser or something like that. So I feel like Trump is really gearing up to push this Iran, they're the enemies and we are the victors narrative. Let me make sure it's still filming. Okay, good. The justice. Oh man, Trump. I feel like part of this Iran, and remember I was saying that in my World War III reading, I feel like the Iran attack was kind of setting up Trump to become the next president. I feel like what he's trying to do is he's trying to change people's perception, and it's interesting I mentioned that at the beginning of the reading. He's trying to change people's perception that he is competent, he is a good president, he is protecting America. Look what I did. And it's in the sense of this impeachment. I feel like he's trying to reverse the impeachment. The impeachment really shook him to his core. It's like, oh wow, they really don't like me, or oh wow, they really want to take me out. So I think there's something about the impeachment that shook him to his core. And I'm going to stick to he's using this Iranian situation to either, and I've said this a couple times to you all, so you're going to have to look back at my Donald Trump readings and stuff like that. He's either using this Iranian situation to benefit him in his second presidency or running for the second presidency, or he is using it in a way that if he doesn't get elected a second term, at least he has something that people can kind of remember him by, even if it's not necessarily something that's good. It's like, well, look, I did this. I protected America from this. It's like kind of that thing where it's like I took out, an intruder. I took out, maybe a terrorist or something like that. But it's like, it's interesting because I don't even really see the person he took out as someone that was really a threat. So once again, kind of baseless. But in Trump's mind, it makes sense. Alright. It's really, for Trump, it's reached the point of no return. He cannot go back from this Iran attack. It is imprinted on his legacy. It is imprinted on the American and the global mind. And now it's just a matter of, I have to brace myself for what's ahead. Is what I'm feeling for Trump with this card coming out. Siete de Copas, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 of Cups. Sorry, I had to count really quickly. Trump is actually really worried about his family. And I think there are threats out there about his family. This could be from, overseas or something like that, or on the American soil, but he's worried about his family. He's really worried about his children, especially his youngest children, his grandchildren, and things like that. So it's like he's going to try to be a little bit low-key to play it cool. He's not going to want to flame the fire too much at this point because he's already done the bulk of what he's set to do, which was the attack. So now it's like, okay, let's see what everyone's next moves are and then I'll respond based off of that. Trump is really going to start working hard to change his image. I don't know why I see him working with children, visiting a children's school, or visiting maybe even children in Africa or something like that. So he's really going to want to change people's perceptions of him. And it's a quick change too. I feel like part of this has to do with him and his fear of revenge against him for this Iranian attack. So it's like, let me change people's perceptions of me. Let me show people that I'm not a bad guy. Let me show people that I have a family, that I do love children, that I do love people. Like, he's going to really work to change this perception that people have of him. But I think Trump is planning something behind the scenes. I think we may see Trump connect with another prominent figure in politics. I feel like this person is overseas. This person could be Putin. But I feel like either he's going to connect with someone high in political power, or he's connecting with someone high in political power behind the scenes. I feel like this person is giving them advice and trying to help guide him in some way, shape, or form. I wouldn't be surprised if this person was in his ear and is somehow also behind the attack on Iran. Like, Trump, you should do this. You know, you need to do this. You need to show people that you are not to be messed with. You're not to be played with. That kind of thing. So, Trump, be careful of the people that are in your ear, because it's interesting. I pick up that whoever's in your ear is kind of using you as a pawn. Okay? So, be careful with that, Trump. Interesting, because I don't know if you can see. Well, obviously you wouldn't be able to see if I like got really close to the camera. Oh my god, it's like so dark. But one of these people on this card looks like Putin to me. This one looks like Kim Jong-un. I don't know how to say his name. And I'm also picking up something about the Pope and Trump. So but we could hear something about Trump's children, one of Trump's female children, either needing to be placed in. I'm hearing psychiatric hold, but I don't necessarily see that. I feel like it's some hold of some sort. It feels like protection. Like, I think Trump's children are going to need to go in protection, especially those that are not immediately in his vicinity. Like those that don't live with him, or those he doesn't have the best connection to. The closest connection to. Trump is definitely at a point now where it's like he doesn't know who he can trust. He doesn't know who he should or shouldn't listen to. So I feel like there's someone prominent in political power in his ear, and I feel like this is someone overseas. I feel like this could be Putin or something like that. But there's someone, I'm going to stick to it, there's someone in his ear that's like in high political power, and they're not from this country. Period. And Trump is kind of realizing now, like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't trust them so much. Or can I trust them? But I see Trump raising money for a cause of some sort, or like trying to bring attention to a cause of some sort. I'm also seeing something about gun reform or gun laws as well. But I feel like this is all propaganda for like this new world war. You know, we need to protect ourselves against, you know, Iraq and Iran and things like that. This propaganda. Whether it's true or not true, I don't, you know, like I said in the World War III prediction, I don't see us going into a war. I think it's propaganda, and I especially think it's propaganda for Trump to become the next president. Trump is actually really worried about the next presidential election. I feel like part of it is he's worried about what is coming around the bend, or who he's running up against and what they're going to dig up against him. What they're going to say, what they're going to bring out against him. Because it's not only, I feel like this new election, it's not only him against this next running contestant, it's also him against the media. I feel like the media is going to have some sort of campaign about Trump, and like certain things are going to start coming out about Trump and his history, things he's done behind the scenes, he's doing behind the scenes. We may even hear about someone being like, remember I was saying someone's like in his ear? I feel like we may hear about that. Now, whether this happens in 2020, I'm not sure, but it's going to happen as the year goes on, definitely. Like I said, Trump has reached the point of no return. Trump, you definitely have to watch your back, because who you think you can trust, you can no longer trust. And I'm hearing breach of contract, a breach of some sort. So you have to be careful, because it's interesting, you don't know people's lineage, you don't know people's ancestry, so you could have someone around you, for example, Trump, who like looks white, who's white looking, but really somewhere down the line they have Iranian or Iraq, Afghanistanian, overseas ancestry, the people you're trying to attack. And if you think for any second that a person like that, who knows that they have this ancestry, is going to let you get away with this attack, not going to happen. Trump, you could have some informants around you, actually. Some informants for the other side. Some people may be getting fired. Alright, as the years go on. We may hear about someone in Trump's camp being fired in 2020. It's because he can't trust this person. He feels like he can't trust this person. He's like... It's a little racist in the sense of, like... Allegedly, I'm not calling Trump a racist. I mean... That's debatable from what we've seen, you know, publicly. But anyway, it's like a little racist. Like he's firing someone based off of their, like, you come from this or you have this ancestry of these people, you know, that I'm attacking, that I can't trust, so I can't keep you on board. I can't have you here. And I don't know why I'm picking up, like maybe this person tries to come back and say it's racism or something like that. But I feel like, Trump, you have informants around you. But of course, Trump is going to put on a brave face and make it seem like it's no big deal, it's no big problem, you know, he's got it under control. And maybe on some level he does have it under control, or he does feel like he has, you know, things under control. But there's going to be something coming up, Trump, soon in the next couple of months where it's going to help you to realize that, you know, even though you feel like you have stuff under control, there's always going to be something that comes around that shakes up your foundation. Alright? So 2020 for Trump is, or January 2020 for Trump is a month where Trump is kind of feeling himself, obviously. And good for him, alright? But at the same time, he is realizing, okay, I need to seal up the cracks to make sure no one gets in, and whoever needs to get out gets out now, before I really hunker down on the people around me and really start to create my crew of people that I feel I can trust in order to move forward into this next presidential election. Because I feel like all this is like for the next presidential election in Trump's mind. Like he's gearing up for, you know, his second term. Alright, so, or his run for his second term, alright? So that's what I see for Trump for January 2020. Trump, I hope you have a great month. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment and share with your friends and family. Keep in touch with me on my social media, Lamarr Townsend Tarot, just like my YouTube name, on both Instagram and Facebook. And remember, I am available for personal readings, so if you want a personal reading from me, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Purchase your reading from me. I do have a special right now, the New Year special, 2020 special. You get one candle of your choice. I have love candles, money candles, protection candles, and more. You also get a 30-minute recorded psychic tarot reading and a 30-minute recorded birth chart reading. I also have the $55 special where you get a 20-minute psychic tarot reading and a 20-minute birth chart reading. And I have other specials as well. I do phone readings. I do astrology, birth chart, natal chart readings as well. Now, obviously, I do candle work too. So check out my website. Call me or text me at 703-791-9162. I actually have to go because I have a client reading to do right now. So this has been the Trump reading. Thank you for listening and watching. And you enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your month. And I'll see you next month for Trump, February 2020. Love and light.